I know everyone in the comments is going to be very complaining about the fact that Miku Expo merch has not been released. However, as of about 4 days ago, as of me recording this, Miku Expo on their Twitter announced the lineup for this Miku Expo 2026 goods. However, they have not released any sort of link in their Twitter at all to determine whether or not you can pre-order this merch. Honestly, really does not matter now as of this point in time. As of me recording this, the first Miku Expo concert is in less than 2 weeks of me recording this video, and this says a lot about Miku Expo. There are so many questions as to why this Miku Expo's merchandising has been so far delayed to the point where we are almost to the tour and have not gotten anything. I have been thinking about Miku Expo's merchandise since the month of January of this year, 2026. I did not see anyone talking about the Miku Expo merch back then. I do have an idea as to why Miku Expo 2026's merchandising line has been halted. What I will say is that Miku Expo 2024's merchandising line was released in January of 2024, and that is a mere 4 to 5 months prior to the first concert ever being shown to the public. And there was only limited merchandising at the actual venues when you did go to the Miku Expo. How much merchandise will be offered at these expo venues? It is really concerning as to why they would halt the merchandise for this long. It's never happened. The reason why this matters so much is because to those that have never went to a Miku Expo, they won't be able to get the feeling of bringing their own pen light to a concert. And pen lights are really, really needed, especially if you're wanting to interact with the fans at Miku Expo. I wish I could explain it further, but what I will tell you is that nobody is talking about the reason why the merch line has been halted. Originally, for myself, I was thinking that Digital Stars was going to be cancelled. That did not happen. Obviously, they announced that a little bit after one of my videos was released. I was proven wrong. I did mention in my past video on Digital Stars possibly being cancelled that maybe the merch line is still being worked on, right? But what I will say is this. I was thinking that Miku Expo's 2026 merch line would be released on Miku Day. It would have made more sense to release it on that day. But now we are more than 14 days, more than 2 weeks after Miku Day. More than 2 weeks after Miku Day, and nothing has been released at all. We are less than 2 weeks away from Miku Expo's 2026 first show. Even if Krypton Future Media were to release Miku Expo's 2026 merch line as of today, as of me recording this video, no one would get their orders on time for the concert. You would have to be on a later show in May for you to actually have that merchandise and to enjoy it. But what I am thinking, Krypton sees all of this drama that has spewed from no merchandise and seeing how many fans are very distraught by it. But what people don't understand is that behind the scenes, Krypton Future Media has produced 10 times the amount of merchandise that they offered originally at the venue back in 2024. If we do remember, there was a shortage of pen lights at Miku Expo 2024, and people really did complain about that because a lot of people sold out the entire online store for Miku Expo 2024. The fact that the merch for 2026 has been delayed, one of two things is happening, and I'm very certain of these two theories that I have in mind. One, Krypton Future Media is producing 10 times the amount of merchandise just for Miku Expo 2026. That way people can actually go to the venue, and it is a venue exclusive merch line, which makes it very exciting for people that really want to be immersed into the Miku Expo experience. It gives fans the opportunity to react to the merchandise together in person, which makes the experience feel very organic. Another theory that I do have in mind, Miku Expo's 2026 merch line was definitely, most certainly delayed due to the fact that they, being Krypton Future Media, were still collaborating with the artists to to finalize designs for the Miku merchandising. They were working out deals with the artists themselves that created the merch line design to compensate for the artists that created the designs for Miku Expo. If I'm not mistaken, each artist is individually compensated for their time and effort to create such a beautiful lineup that people can appreciate. Just the idea that Miku has grown in such popularity that we've never fathomed in this day and age that we live in. The pressure was really much on this merch line, and that pressure really got to Krypton Future Media. But what I will say is that I really much enjoy the designs for this Miku Expo. What I will say is that I am getting a couple pen lights, and I am definitely getting a full graphic tee. I'm definitely getting a Pop Happy jacket. When I think about the merch line, I am not so drawn towards that because I have so much Miku merch. And this is not just a flex or anything, but I really do appreciate being able to experience something organically. And honestly, if I'm gonna say it, and I know people will probably hate on me for this, but I enjoy experiencing a topic that I like in person with other fans. It makes every moment worthwhile. And if people can't see that, then we live in a day and age where everything has to be online. And maybe Krypton Future Media wanted to put the pedal back and say, hey guys, if you really want this merchandise, you gotta come to our concerts. And there's nothing wrong with that. The idea that everything has to be digitalized says a lot about a society. If we are so constructed on ordering things online consistently day after day, when we see that new merchandise has been ruled in, people have to buy it, and it's so easy and it ships straight to their house, what's the point in even going to the concert and experiencing a merchandise line? You don't even have to go to the merchandising line. The whole purpose for Miku Expo's merch line being delayed, or even straight up having nothing for it to show, is due to the fact that Krypton Future Media really wants its fan base to get a grip and enjoy the experience together. Enjoy getting their merchandise and showing it off to their friends in person. I remember talking to a couple of fans back at my first Miku Expo back in 2024, and a lot of them told me that the expos were really organic in a way that people wouldn't really be on their phones, and that doesn't really matter, but people would be interacting with one another, and that's very important. And maybe this is a blessing for those that really want to experience Miku Expo in its entirety, but I definitely want to know what you guys think of this topic. Do you think it is a good or bad thing for this Miku Expo or any Miku Expo in the future? How does this change the vibe of Miku Expo as we know it? I honestly think it's a blessing in disguise that not many people are talking about. But until then, see you guys.